Hey guys, today is day 28 of Millionaire NBA, and today we have Marsland, and he curated Castaway Tackle, and I believe that's a brand in the UK because I never heard them in America. But let's say it all started at a car boot sale. So he had this terrific idea when he quit his job to do this because money was just flying at him, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through the notes. He was really insightful. I mean, if he was a motivational speaker or uh, he like work in the personal development field, he would be a hit because he knows success like the back of his hand. So okay, I'm just gonna go through it. Pure determination and enthusiasm, positive mental attitude for a mental mindset. So everything I heard from this guy was just like totally profound and new, but it was like a different twist. I never even heard of like how he was approaching it. He approached it weirdly, but it was really effective because it made me think. So so yeah, this first one, determination, like pure determination, because that keeps you going, you know, and enthusiasm, that just that's just like really positive energy, or well actually, yeah, it's really positive energy, and that like them emotions, that's really key. So and then the positive mental attitude, I don't think people mention this as much. I have read the Napoleon Hill or the other guy Clement Stone book on the positive mental attitude book, and after I read that, when I was working at Walmart, I was testing it out, and it actually really works when you turn the pendulum to the Y, which is, or is it the P, to the P part, which is to be positive. So you turn that thing around, and you're in a positive mindset, and it really worked. It shifts your focus basically. So yeah, these are all three like major factors in a millionaire mindset. So yeah, okay. The next thing is when you infuse others with passion. But he didn't put the last part in. With passion, I put that in. But when you infuse others. And I like the word he used, infuse. I never heard of infuse, like trying to infuse a person. That was an interesting twist on a word. So I put that down. I was like, wow, that's a really cool word. Infuse. You gotta infuse others, man. Cause when you infuse others. So with passion. So yeah, he was mostly talking about passion. So yeah. For me, do I do that? Do I infuse myself with passion? Not really. It's kind of, I don't know. For me, I'm kind of like in a bummer mode, but I should just infuse myself with passion, and that passion will infuse others. So yeah, I'm working on it. Okay, the next thing is I will get there. I will succeed. Then this guy said like so dramatically, I will get there. I will succeed. You know, and I'm like, wow, this guy's really into it. I kind of lost my motivation from that. Uh, ever ever since I started to like drift, when I got out, when I quit Walmart, I kind of started losing it because I was starting to drift away because I wasn't focusing on my business at all. So, just using these mantras or chanting that I will get there, I will succeed, it really brings back a positive reinforcement into your mind that this is what you want, this is what I'm gonna get, and I'm not stopping until I get it. And eventually, your mind will be dominated with that sort of thinking or thoughts, and your actions will take you where you want to go with that. So yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, do I use that? No, I don't use that. I don't use that because whenever I'm bored, I have to read, man. I have to read stuff. I have to like, I don't know. When I'm reading, I can't say these things when I'm reading. So I don't know, man. Maybe I have to incorporate it, structure that in. I can't say I know how to structure that in, but I'm sure there's a way. Yeah, I'll probably figure that out tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, the next thing is you have to take something positive when you hit a setback. So this was talking about failure. So failure, he didn't think failure was like a dead end. He renamed it as a setback, and setback sounds better. It makes more sense. It's just a setback, you know. When you say it's just a setback, I mean it's not failure. It's just a setback, and that just makes it a whole degree lower. It just makes it easier, you know, that you can bounce back from it. But when you use failure, then that's just really dramatic. That just puts a whole flat zero on the bottom. So do I know this? I never heard of the term like setback used as failure. So that was pretty new to me, and I probably will use that more. I probably want to incorporate that into my language too. So because it makes it sound so much easier. It's just like setbacks. It sounds like more like of a challenge, you know. So, but when you use failure, that sounds more like uh, starting all over again, you know. So yeah. Okay. The next thing is you can't move forward when you're looking back. Yeah, I liked it. I liked the statement. I liked it, so I wrote it down. Do I use that statement? Do I even incorporate that statement in what I'm doing and living right now? Uh, no. Hesitation usually means no. So like when so when you're looking back, you can't move forward. I mean, you're like looking back, and what can you do looking back? I mean, maybe you can learn from it and move on, or you're just gonna keep looking back and not get anywhere. So how do I incorporate that? Um, I'm just gotta look. I just gotta look forward, man. I just gotta look forward. If I the thing is, you gotta believe it to achieve it. So you got to get from that belief, with you in that belief, and you gotta work backwards until where you are right now. And then you can move forward to it. And that makes it easier, because it makes you already have it. You believe yourself that you're there, and you're looking forward to it. You're moving toward that goal. You're going forward because you know that you could do that. So that's my incorporation. That okay. The next thing is, don't worry. You haven't failed. You haven't found the right idea. So this is all relating towards failure. So how do I incorporate that? For me, I do worry a lot. I mean, my horoscope is a Gemini. They are the most active in the mind. They are an air sign. They are a mental sign, and all the worries usually come from the mind. So that's just like a double whammy. And like, worry comes up a lot. Doubt comes up a lot. But really, you haven't really failed. I mean, you haven't failed. Failure to me means death, and even death. I mean, you failed with your physical body, but you still live on. I mean, you're eternal. You keep living on until you go back to source. So, okay, the next you just haven't found the right idea. Yeah, you haven't found the right idea. You just keep going. That's the key. Pure determination. You just keep going until you find that right idea. And when you find that right idea, then everything will make sense. For me, how I find the right idea? I think I found the right idea in solving the project I've been stuck on for at least 3 weeks now. So I'm real happy about that. I think I found the perfect idea. I'm not sure it's gonna work or not, but I think I found the right idea. If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna keep going until I find the right idea, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes until I find all the right ideas toward the goal I have. So yeah. Okay, let's see. The next one is, the most important thing in life is not money, but being happy. Be balanced. This really struck me, man. I have a great affinity to money. So how do I incorporate this? Well, I do rank happiness over money. So that's pretty much a given, but my mind says that money will bring happiness. And I think it will help me bring happiness. But money itself will not bring happiness. So how do I incorporate this? I mean, I got a reading today, and it's talking about me being too hard on myself, being too, just being too hard on myself, and being too self-critical, and working too hard, I guess. So like, but this guy was talking about being balanced, like playing with the kids, going out eating dinner, having a picnic, going on vacations, just having a balanced life, having a fun, balanced life with work and life balance. So that really struck me because I totally forgot about balance, and balance is really important. And if you don't have balance, then you're not gonna end up being happy, because you're not having any fun. All you're doing is just working. I mean, I guess you could have fun working, but really, for me, I would really enjoy balance, So, because that really brings the fun and vigor in your life, Uh, so yeah, I like that he mentioned this because the way I'm gonna incorporate this is I'm gonna be more balanced. Uh, am I or am I not? Well, I'm going to meditate for an hour, and I guess that may that may help, because I'm projecting me in as an empty glass, And I hear that when you're an empty glass inside, then more can come in, and and you can let go or whatever. I'm not sure. More stuff can come in and you can transform because you're empty inside. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it makes sense to me because it came from a channeling, and that they're mostly right, So okay, the next one is you have to train the mind like a muscle. Like I am the best. So you got to train the muscle. Um, how do I incorporate this? Oh wow. Uh, affirmations help. Uh, visualization. Actually, I think it's like um, when you do this, you actually are that person. You actually are that person who already has it, who believes they already are that, and it's the dominating thought in your mind. You feel it, you have enthusiasm of it, you're high in joy and happiness. But you also, to train the mind, you just repeat it over and over and over and over again until it's a rhythm, and harmonic rhythm turns it uh, into its physical equivalent, because it's your dominating thought. It's what you're thinking and feeling that will bring about its physical equivalent. So for me, just doing affirmations, just visualizing, feeling the business in my life, feeling the wealth I have, feeling inspiring people with what I have, that's really powerful. And you can train your mind like that, saying affirmations over and over again. Just thinking about it, sleeping about it, drinking about it, taking a shower about it. Just you're just thinking it all day, and it's your dominating thought. So for me, that's how I incorporate it. And do I do that? I don't do that, but I will incorporate it. Okay, the next thing is, it feels right, it looks right, it is good. Go with your gut feeling. So this guy, he really, goes with his gut instinct. Do I go with my gut instinct? Fear. You see, the problem is I have a lot of fears nowadays. I have accepted a lot of negative beliefs from, especially from Walmart. Um, I'm thinking some came from when I was in the womb of my mom, because she was really poor back then. And then you have the past lives. There's a couple past lives where I had trouble opening myself up and communicating, and aggression with people recognizing what I'm doing. And then another one where in which I keep going to this one past life where everything was perfect, everything was good, and right now I don't see everything as good as being perfect. So I have a little bit of aggression with that. But anyways, those are just excuses, and you can just program yourself with the previous interpretation, with with training your mind like a muscle. Um, this one right here, gut feeling. How do I incorporate that? A gut feeling for me is a natural instinct, and that's, yeah, it's definitely a feeling. So I just gotta really sense it, and really go with my gut. Really have faith, and just be really playful with it. So yeah, I guess that's how I'm gonna incorporate it, just being really playful with it and having faith and believing in my feelings. So yeah, the next one is don't set constraints only when you believe you can achieve. Chip away at your goal, then you'll get to your goals. So I like this one, man. Uh, people put constraints on themselves, and you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't put a constraint. He gave examples that you should, if you're a fisherman, you shouldn't put constraints on you being a runner, on you being a swimmer, of you being a football player. I mean, you shouldn't do that. And that's what people do. They put constraints on themselves that they can't be this, they can't be that. You see, only when you believe you can achieve. So, so anything is possible. If you believe that this can happen, if you believe that that can happen, then you can achieve it, because it's a belief, and beliefs usually come true. Okay, how do I do this? I I constrain myself a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I put really big constraints on myself. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's just a lot of negative programming, working in a negative environment, especially in the Walmart environment. That was a really bad negative programming for about 3 years. So, and that has sort of rubbed off on me, and I'm moving it towards other people, which is extremely sad. So, but not who I really am, but I'm just feeding off others people's belief system, which I should just give it back their bags of belief and just throw it at them because I don't need it anymore. But yeah, you should be constraint free, and for me to do that, I just need to be open and just have faith. Have faith. Have a positive mindset and have faith. Have a positive mental attitude. And chip away at your goal then you will get to your goals. You know, this is all about determination. Chip away, chip away, let it go. Take, if it was a cookie, how would you just eat the whole cookie? I wouldn't think so. You would take a bite, and another bite, and another bite, and another bite until it's all gone. And then you don't have a cookie anymore. And you accomplish your goal. And that's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. You just chip away until you get there. And you do whatever it takes until you accomplish it. Because you believe it. Okay, the next one is complaints help you find weaknesses. He was talking about his customers giving complaints like, wow, these complaints come up a lot in the past 4 weeks, and yeah, these complaints are telling you you have a weakness, and you should listen. Listening is a key. And for me, I already know this, because I know that when people, like when your family is bugging you on something, then you are ignorant of that thing. So so they're just revealing your ignorance on that subject. And this right here, customer, the customers are complaining about something that you're ignorant in doing. So they're just helping you find your weaknesses. That's all it is. They're just helping you find your weaknesses. So yeah. Okay, and the last one is chant your goals. I will, I can, and etc., etc. So do I do that? I don't do affirmations, cause when I'm working, I am reading, or I am like, yeah, I'm reading or listening to an audio. I'm just really busy. I don't have much like alone time. To I don't know. I could, if I really want to, I could, but I know that I gotta get to work and just or maybe I could just like feel it when I'm working it. So just really having that feeling about it. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. My top 5, I have not done that yet, so I'm just gonna look through this. I like the pure determination, enthusiasm, and positive mental attitude. I like that. I like the setback thing, because that makes it a lot easier for me. Let's see. I like this one. Don't worry, you just haven't found the right idea. I like this one. The most important thing in life is not money, but being happy. I like that. And let's see. You can't. Let's see. When you fuse others' complaints. And you have to train the mind like a muscle. So let's put that. Okay, so number 1 is pure determination, enthusiasm, positive mental attitude for a millionaire mindset. Number 2 is you have to take something positive when you hit a setback. Number 3, don't worry, you haven't failed, you haven't found the right idea. That's it. Number 4 is the most important thing in life is not money, but being happy. Be balanced. And number 5 You have to train the mind like a muscle. I am the best. So yeah, thanks for watching. Probably nobody's gonna watch this anyway. So yeah, night night.